Hey everybody, tour guide Amber here, and today I'm going to talk to you about Greek life at Pace University on the New York City campus. On the New York City campus, we have two fraternities, which are Kappa Sigma and Zeta Beta Tau, and we have three sororities, and those are Sigma Delta Tau, Kappa Delta, and Phi Mu. I'm a member of Kappa Delta sorority, and joining that Greek organization has been one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life. Personally, I never really envisioned myself going out for recruitment. I'm from Florida, so down south there's a lot of people that go out for recruitment, and Greek life is a very prominent aspect of college culture and the atmosphere that you'll find at a lot of those state schools. And so that's just something I never really envisioned for myself. But then when I came to Pace, my first semester at the university, I noticed that there were a lot of people on campus that I looked up to, whether they be my tour guide, my resident assistant, orientation leaders, and then a lot of people in my classes that were upperclassmen, and a lot of people I looked up to, and a lot of the role models that I had on campus. I came to realize that a common denominator between all of them was that most of them were in Greek life, and so that's something that really attracted my interest in terms of considering going out for recruitment. And what really solidified my choice to go out for recruitment is the philanthropy aspect of the organizations. And I actually have a nonprofit organization back home in Florida that is my pride and joy. I'm very passionate about philanthropy, and because I moved to New York, I had to sort of step back from that for a bit while I am in college. And so I realized that joining Greek life would really help me adapt to that aspect of my life that I felt was missing in my college experience. And so since then, I have had an incredible experience within Greek life, and it has changed my life in many ways for the better, and I will go ahead and explain those now. So first and foremost, I have truly found a support system and a home away from home in Kappa Delta. I have experienced a lot of personal hardships over the last few years. My mom has had a lot of different health issues throughout my entire life, but within the last 3 years, they've really accelerated. There have been moments where I felt like I needed to give up and there was just really nothing else I could do, and I felt like I was at my breaking point. And each and every time, my Kappa Delta sisters were right there to pick me back up, reassure me that everything's going to be okay, and they've really helped alleviate a lot of the burden that I've been carrying. Last year I wasn't going to be able to go home for Christmas. My mom really wasn't doing well, but unfortunately her medical bills had created a financial burden onto my family, and so I wasn't going to go home, but a sister in the organization's dad is actually a pilot, and so they gifted me a ticket home, a round-trip ticket, to go see my family at a time where I really needed to go home and see my family because of my mom's medical issues. And so that I still, to this day, words can't express my gratitude for that. And to be honest, it's not that I expected it by any means, but that right there is just a perfect example of the support that exists within the organization and within the Greek community at large. Last year I went on a medical mission trip to Guatemala, and it was a life-changing experience for me, as that is exactly what I want to do with my future. I want to do mission work as a reconstructive plastic surgeon. And the trip was very pricey that I couldn't afford, and so I did a GoFundMe. And to be 100% honest, I didn't need any donations from exterior sources because my sisters actually helped me entirely with the trip's funding. And that right there speaks for itself in terms of the support that exists. We constantly just lift each other up. We want to see each other succeed, and we want the best for each other. And you'll find that within the Greek organizations at Pace. The social network within the Greek life organizations is of course another reason to join. When you think of Greek life, probably the first thing you're going to think of are the formals, the semi-formals, the socials, and we have all of those. I have a million different pictures from a million different experiences that I have with my sisters, and I will gladly show those to you. One of my favorite things about being in Greek life is getting a big and then getting a little and then becoming a G-big. I'm getting old, that right there, I think I may have a gray hair coming in, but without a doubt, the social aspect is definitely great. I personally struggle with finding time and prioritizing self-care because I'm a crazy lady and I have 5 jobs. I take 18 credits and never set aside time for myself. So being in this organization makes me do that. And so certainly is a benefit for myself and my time management, because when I factor in time for Kappa Delta, I'm essentially factoring in self-care time. So it's like a double whammy, perfect in my planning. Personal development is another thing you can expect to take away from Greek life. So in particular, Kappa Delta's slogan and sort of motto is building confidence and inspiring women to action. And so as a person who's always struggled with personal confidence and self-esteem, this has really helped me immensely throughout my college experience. And inspiring women to action is another thing that's really encouraged me to let my voice be heard, stand up for what I believe in, and really encourage other women to pursue all of their dreams. And so ever since I have adopted that self-confidence, I've seen that reflect in my academics and in my work ethic, as now I know my self-worth and I know what I'm capable of. And so now it's just a matter of putting myself to throwing myself into my different experiences and obligations and watching myself thrive now that I know what I'm capable of. Another facet of the personal development is that we do a lot of fun workshops. Last year we had an alumna come in who is she does personal and self-defense workshops in the city, and so she came in and did a self-defense workshop with us after one of our meetings, and it was a lot of fun. And now I like to practice my self-defense with my brother, which is so much fun. So as I said, there are plenty of different leadership roles within Kappa Delta, but within most of the Greek organizations at large. So over the past few years, I've had multiple different roles within the community service department of the organization, and I've worked in particular with raising different funds and acquiring sponsors for our different philanthropy events for our national philanthropies. And I have really loved those different experiences, and I've really excelled in those positions. My sophomore year, I was appointed to slating committee, which is the group of individuals. There's one representative from each class, and this group of people helps elect the incoming executive board for the next year. That was definitely a really humbling experience to be appointed to, because it sort of opened my eyes to the leadership qualities that my sisters saw in me, and they trusted me enough to help pick our next executive board, which is really cool. Another aspect of the professional development is that there is a huge network. So sisters within the organization are constantly passing the baton on different experiences and internships. We live in New York City, so it's a very internship heavy university, and the number of sisters that have interned with the same companies, thanks to the word of mouth and them speaking to their supervisors at their respective internships about other people in the organization that they know are great candidates for the job, it's just crazy how much networking actually does take place. I know so many sisters who now have acquired full-time jobs at the places where they've interned, thanks to other sisters within the organization. There's a huge alumni network of Kappa Deltas worldwide, and so there's constantly networking going on. If you're moving to a different city and having a career change 20 years down the road, I can almost guarantee you that some Kappa Deltas are going to network. So the network that exists within the Greek life organizations is incredible, and is honestly one of the greatest sources of professional development that I can think of. I've spoken about philanthropy a few different times already, but the two different organizations and philanthropies that are associated with Kappa Delta are the Girl Scouts of America and Prevent Child Abuse America. With the Girl Scouts, we do a lot of different activities with them. We celebrate International Women's Friendship Month, and we do a lot of different things with the Girl Scouts within New York City. We do campus tours, we do International Girls' Days events, and we do a lot of activities where we like to inspire confidence. And because a lot of these girls are younger, we sort of show them what women empowerment looks like and feminism, and it's a great time. And we get to hang out with the Girl Scouts, and we get free Girl Scout cookies, which is always a good time. And then Prevent Child Abuse America, each year, every Kappa Delta chapter has a fundraiser called Shamrock, and so it could be whatever fundraiser you want. Each chapter does something a little bit different. Because we're located in downtown Manhattan, we actually contribute some of our funds to the local chapter, which is the New York Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, NYSPCC for short. So a lot of our funds go directly to them because they deal with some of the most severe domestic and sexual abuse cases for adolescents in the city. And so we largely support them, and then another percentage of the funds goes to the national organization, which is Prevent Child Abuse America. And so for the NYSPCC, we actually volunteer at their galas each year, and then our Shamrock event each year raises close to about $20,000, supports them. And it's really awesome because a lot of our sisters will actually just volunteer there in their free time because it's just a few blocks away from our campus. And so seeing the impacts that we've made directly is really heartwarming and humbling. And I'm honored to have had the privilege to work directly on the community service community and the Shamrock Committee and help with the sponsor outreach for those events. So that's been extremely humbling, and it's certainly one of the main reasons why I went out for recruitment, but nonetheless is one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about Kappa Delta and the organization overall. Last but not least, the scholarships is another great facet of the Greek life organizations on campus, and another reason why I have found my time in Kappa Delta to be so rewarding. Most Greek life organizations, if not all of them, do offer their members different scholarships that they can apply for. So last year I applied for the scholarship and I received one called the Jody Corey Award, and it was for $1,500 and it went to my tuition. And then I am so honored. I'm still speechless. Like, I can't wipe the smile off my face when I talk about this because I found out literally 2 days ago, but 2 days ago, I got a phone call from the former national president of Kappa Delta, Miss Corey Ending-Stiegel, and she, as I said, is the former national president, and there is an award named after her called the Corey Ending-Stiegel Collegiate Leadership Award, and it's the highest honor any Kappa Delta can receive. The top echelon of women within Kappa Delta receive this award, and it's based off of leadership within their chapter, their academic performance and achievement, and then their commitment to the community service within their community. And so I am so honored to have received this scholarship of $3,000. And I'm even more honored to say that I was awarded this with, along with Natalie Reba, who is our chapter president this year of Kappa Delta. And so her and I actually joined Kappa Delta together our freshman year, and she's been a great friend ever since, and now she's our chapter president. And I truly couldn't think of a better person to be named a recipient with. And this award has changed my life as well because it'll help immensely with my my tuition, especially with my mom's medical bills. And you get a medallion and a certificate, and so that has changed my life immensely. So the scholarships are certainly another reason why Greek life has impacted my life, why Kappa Delta is so special to me, and what it could possibly do for you as well if you were to go out to join Greek life. Alrighty, so I sort of touched on a lot of different things, but in general, hopefully you can now understand about why Greek life has changed my life and my experience with Greek life, and why I found it to be such a valuable part of my experience at PACE. There are really so many opportunities. Everybody's experience within Greek life looks different, and it's really what you make of it. But at the end of the day, we're all just really excited to be in each other's presence, to uplift each other, and to call each other sisters. It's truly such a welcoming environment, and Greek life overall is such a great community within the PACE University community at large because it's full of leaders, go-getters, and people who are truly destined to change the world. So I hope you have a little bit of an idea now of what to expect from Greek life at PACE, and I hope this helps you make some decisions, and you should definitely go out for recruitment if you choose to come to PACE as well. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!